The year is 2025, and the Trump administration has picked up right where it left off. A whirlwind of executive orders signals a sharp return to the America First agenda. From drastic cuts to federal agencies to a renewed crackdown on immigration, the administration is moving quickly to reshape the country. At the heart of this agenda is shrinking the federal government, shifting power away from Washington to the states, evident in sweeping layoffs at the IRS, proposed cuts to the Pentagon, and reduction in the FAA workforce. Critics argue these actions will weaken the government's ability to function. The Trump administration is not afraid to make bold moves. The question now is, what will be the ultimate cost of these actions? The human cost of the administration's policies is already being felt across the country. Thousands of federal workers are facing unemployment, their lives thrown into turmoil by the sudden loss of their livelihoods. The impacts extend far beyond the individuals directly affected, rippling outwards to families, communities, and the economy as a whole. The administration's approach to immigration has been similarly disruptive. The emphasis on enforcement and deportation has created a climate of fear and uncertainty among immigrant communities, tearing families apart and leaving many in a state of legal limbo. The administration argues that these measures are necessary to secure the border, to protect American jobs, and to uphold the rule of law. However, critics contend that these policies are inhumane and counterproductive, that they do little to address the root causes of illegal immigration, while inflicting unnecessary suffering on those seeking a better life. The debate over immigration is nothing new, but it has taken on a new urgency under the Trump administration. The administration's actions have been met with widespread protests and legal challenges. Civil rights groups have accused the administration of violating the rights of immigrants, while states and cities have pushed back against what they see as federal overreach. The courts have also weighed in, blocking some of the administration's most controversial policies, at least temporarily. Beyond its economic and immigration policies, the Trump administration has also signaled a renewed focus on socially conservative issues. This is perhaps most evident in its stance on transgender rights. The administration has revoked guidelines protecting transgender students in schools, barred transgender individuals from serving in the military, and limited access to healthcare for transgender individuals. These actions have been met with fierce opposition from LGBTQ+ advocates and their allies, who argue that they are discriminatory and harmful. The administration, however, maintains that it is simply upholding traditional values and protecting the rights of all Americans. The clash over transgender rights is just one example of the broader culture wars that have come to define American politics in recent years. The Trump administration has shown a willingness to engage in these battles, often stoking division and inflaming tensions in the process. The result is a nation increasingly divided along political, ideological, and cultural lines. The Trump administration's policies have exacerbated these divisions, leaving many Americans feeling angry, frustrated, and unheard. The president's rhetoric, often divisive and inflammatory, has further deepened these divides. Whether the Trump administration can bridge these divides and unite the country remains to be seen. What is certain is that the challenges facing the nation are significant and complex. From economic inequality to climate change to racial injustice, the issues are multifaceted and require nuanced solutions. The question now is, can the Trump administration rise to the occasion and provide the leadership the country so desperately needs, or will it continue to sow division and discord? The answer to that question will have profound implications for the future of the United States.